With the third spin-off of the Vampire Diaries universe done and dusted, the creators of the hit teen drama have been teasing a new, fourth spin-off in the works, and fans are excited to see what new addictive show would be developed in the world of Salvatore's and Michelson's. While there haven't been any specifics revealed about a new spin-off, fans have already got their wishlists ready for which characters they want to see again in the TVD universe. Many old favorites, both dead and alive, are possibilities since death is but fleeting in this world. Klaus and Caroline, widely hailed as the best ship, Klaus and Caroline are two characters fans can't wait to see together. Caroline was last seen as the headmistress of the Salvatore school, and Klaus is no longer around, but since death is so reversible, everyone wants to actually see Klaus be Caroline's last love, as he promised. A revival of the deadly original hybrid is something that would be widely celebrated, and it would be amazing to see him pursue the lovely Caroline and fulfill the romance they seemed destined for. The Bennett Coven, both good and evil witches, have ruled TVD, but none were quite as instrumental in the show's story as the Bennett Witch Coven. Magic began in Mystic Falls with the Bennetts, aside from Esther, and their long line of powerful women paved history in the supernatural world. The Bennett witches deserve a spotlight on them since there have been so many like Emily and Sheila who changed the course of TVD. Fans would love to see a show with the story of each generation of the Coven, in the past or maybe even in the future. Lexi and Stefan. Stefan's friend Lexi was so loved since her introduction to the show that her death was most unexpected and heartbreaking. The vampire had obviously led a life full of adventure and frolic for many centuries, including her adventures with Stefan. A flashback to her long, undead life is in big demand, and a trek down memory lane with her and Stefan would make for a fun watch. Two favorite characters would make it back to the screen and TVD diehards would love it. Dahlia and Esther, the mother of the originals, and her sister Dahlia had a conflicted relationship, to say the least, but the arc between the two witches ended in an uncharacteristically warm manner, where the two embraced each other and met as younger, loving versions in the afterlife. They obviously then had a full and fruitful afterlife, but as witches, they must have met with some unsavory forces on the other side. The adventures of Dahlia and Esther, after their mortal lives, would make for a lovely watch as the witches would fight dark forces to stay alive in their dimension. Jeremy and the Hunters. Throughout its run, supernatural beings peppered the Vampire Diaries, and an underexplored faction was the Hunters. Jeremy became a hunter, but it was only to serve the purpose of filling up the map that would lead the gang to the cure. The Hunters were supposed to be formidable beings to vampires, but they were vanquished quite easily. Seeing the vampires as the enemy, for once, would be an interesting take as generations of hunters took them down and saved the world. Damon and Elena. The characters who started it all, Damon and Elena, are in hot demand to make comebacks in the TVD world again, even if the chances of them reprising their iconic roles are slim. With the finale of The Vampire Diaries, fans learned through exposition that Damon and Elena led fulfilling human lives, had children, and then died happily and attained peace. Seeing Damon adjust to a human life, and his wedding to his lady love is something fans have desired since seeing the finale, and a show about their vampirism-cured lives, encumbered by some supernatural hurdles, would make for satisfying television. Catherine Katerina Petrova ruled the show, and she was shown to have an intriguing life before she descended back to Mystic Falls to torture the Salvatore brothers and Elena Gilbert. Nina Dobrev fans want to see her return as the notorious vampire, but her time as a human in Bulgaria would be interesting too. Her life as a human was short but eventful, which was then followed by her stint with Klaus and the Originals. She ran from him all across the world, and her adventures would be nothing short of epic to watch unfold. Bonnie Bennett Bonnie inarguably got the short end of the stick when it came to happy endings, but her journey after the show was signaled heavily when she perused brochures of Africa and prepared for her world travels. A powerful witch traveling the world is a premise that anybody would love to see, especially fans of Bonnie who want to see her be the main character for once. The Bennett witch would have got up to some unforgettable things, and met even more supernatural entities internationally, which would make for a fantastic sequel. Cole and Davina. This romance between an original and a witch was by no means a new one, read, Elijah and Celeste, but the genuine care and respect between Davina and Cole was adorable to watch, and to get a glimpse of all of their adventures and their marriage would be quite something to witness. Most romances in the shows ended in tragedy, but Cole and Davina managed to make theirs work, despite being from two sects who were known to dislike each other. They must have had some scintillating adventures.